We're going to be reading now Poker Upper Time in Eau Claire. As you can see, it has a date right there, and it's a South Bend Tribune. It's like a local newspaper. And this is a paired passage, but this is what we do. We are going to read the first one, the first story, then we're going to go straight to the questions. Eau Claire, apparently, speeding tart cherry pits, an activity that began at Eau Claire Street Mendo's Fruit Farm as a neighborhood get-together and evolved into an international competition, is a difficult habit to break. So, I'm going to underline. It began as, so it's a speeding cherry pits, began in Eau Claire as a neighborhood get-together activity. Now it's an international competition. Okay? Don't believe it? The Orchard at 9351 E Eureka Road on Saturday will host its 40th annual Speed. So it's going to be the 40th anniversary. With every such event, it seems there has been suspense and even shock as contestants let the pits fly across the 100-foot asphalt court. Usually, it's Rick Pellet Gun Krause, a 15-time tournament champion, or members of his speeding family who are responsible for the shock and awe. So he always wins. Krause. Okay? That paragraph 3 is telling us about the contestants and this person, Krause, that he wins all the time, every year. Take, for example, Brian Young Gun Krause's speech in 2003 that traveled with the Rolls count, an incredible 93 feet, 6.5 inches. So, Krause's in 2003 won with 93 feet and 6.5 inches. Speeds like that are the reason a Krause usually walks off as a tournament champion. It could be Krause, someone in the family. But the consecutive 10-year plus cross-family reign came to a screeching halt in 2012. So in 2012, something changed. When unemployed Chicago truck driver Ron Matt 46 blew away the competition with a 69-foot speed. Surprisingly, Ron Matt, won that year in 2012. Surprisingly, he said he had never before spat a cherry pit, although he admitted spitting larger peach pits at the Glad Peach Festival in Coloma, where he is a two-time champion. Asked about his technique, Matt said he doesn't have one. I just wing it, he said. This is figurative language, and it means exactly that. Like, you don't plan it, you just do it. Tickman, and you have a number 1 here. So you read here. Tickman is the contest founder and the owner of the Tree Mendo's Fruit Farm. Okay, this is important information. Who lives in Arizona to return Saturday for another shot at the title. He's not going to shoot the title. He will give it a try. I'm going to write it down here. Another try. He wants to try again. Krause, because he lost. Expected to add Brian Krause and another Krause offspring, Matt, who finished third last year with a speed that traveled just shy of 54 feet. Rick Krause was the runner-up with a speed of 61 feet, 2 inches. So they will give it another try. Tickman said that while last year's frost resulted in relatively few cherries for the competitors, the harvest this season has been such that cherries are abundant. Oh, I thought I had my color. Abundant. So, last year there was a frost, there were few cherries, right? This season, cherries are abundant. That means a lot. Given the event's 40th anniversary, there will be more activities Saturday as well, including prizes for all qualifying children contestants and several surprise award presentations. Qualifying rounds run from 10 to noon. At 1 p.m., a dignitaries competition is on tap, followed at 1:30 p.m. by youth competitors for age groups 5 and younger, 6 to 8 and 9 to 12. Women will compete until 1:45, and the championship speed-off is set for 2 p.m. So this is just the time the competitions will take place. Tickman, a self-described pitfall pit speeder whose best speed covered a little more than 27 feet, said competitions could be intense with the expected appearance of a competitor from California who won a similar tournament in that state. As for Rick Cross, he no doubt will be ready to roll. He's probably behind a tree right now, practicing, Tickman said. So this passage is about a speeding competition, and they are telling us the place, the name of the competition, people that have won before, and what time the competitions will be taking place. And that's it. I think that's the most important information. I am using this strategy just to remind myself what I've read. Let's move on to the questions. We're not going to read the second story. We're going to go to the questions of this story first. Always check the information that is provided for you. So, yes, this is a story that we read, and we're going to just answer questions 7, 8, 9, 10. 4 questions about this story. According to the article, the annual event began when, and this is not a memory test, so I'm going to go back to the beginning. According to the article, when did it begin? It began when, paragraph 1. Apparently, speeding toward cherry pits, an activity that began at Eau Claire Stream Mendes Fruit Farm as a neighborhood get-together. Neighborhood get-together. They used to do it just for fun in a neighborhood get-together. Now that I know what I want as an answer, I have an idea, I can read my choices. Remember, 2 of them are totally wrong. There is one distractor and just one correct answer. A local family wanted to prove they could win an award. No, it doesn't say that. Neighbors gather at a local fruit farm. Well, it has the word gathering. Let me see if there's something better than that. A frost ruined a crop of cherries at a local fruit farm. No, that is not how it began. And people came to town to seek employment? No. So which one is my best choice? And it's actually using a word from my passage. A neighborhood get-together, it's a gathering. To gather means get together. Okay? You can always use the dictionary. Okay? Look at the dictionary entry. Shot. A throw in an effort to score points in a game. A small amount applied at once. A try or an attempt or an effective remark. Which definition best matches the way the word shot is used in paragraph 8? I need to find my paragraph 8. I need to find my sentence. And it says, Tegman said he's expecting Cross, who lives in Arizona, to return Saturday for another shot at the title. So Cross will return Saturday for, let me write it down, for another shot at the title. Okay, let's try this. Plug it in. A throw. For another throw at the title. Does that make sense? No. A small amount applied at once. For another a small amount at the title? Makes no sense. Okay, for number 3, it's a try or an attempt. For another try at the title, that does make sense. Makes sense. Number 4, effective remark. For another effective remark at the title, no. So will he give it another try at the title? Is he going to compete again? That's my definition. Okay, question 9. Which sentence best states the main idea of the article? And this is very important. The main idea. What is the main idea of the article? Let's see. A truck driver from Chicago was the champion of the Pete's Pit in Eau Claire in 2012. Will that, is it about it? About this driver? No, the article is about this competition that takes place every year, and it's very special this year because it's the 40th anniversary. That's it. Letter B. The Pete's Pit, which features many eager participants, will be taking place again at the Tremendous Fruit Farm in Eau Claire. That could be it. Although last year's cold weather kept the cherry harvest small, this year the harvest will be okay. No, we're not talking about the harvest. D. Many members of the Krause family will be participating again this year at the Pete's Pit. Where is it? When is it? Well, no. My correct choice is the Pete's Pit, which features many eager participants, will be taking place again at the Tremendous Fruit Farm in Eau Claire. That is my best choice because it's not giving me many details. It's stating the main idea about the whole article. The article as a whole. If I can summarize it, it will be in that sentence. Okay? Letter A cannot be because it's talking about the truck driver. Letter C cannot be because it's talking about the harvest. Letter D cannot be because it's talking about the Krause family. Okay? Number 10. Based on the information in the article, what can the reader infer about the contest? What can the reader infer about the contest? Okay. They want me to do an inference, but I need to go back to read the passage if I am in doubt. F. Some people travel from places outside the city to participate in the event. This is true because of the truck driver. If we go back, it says something about the truck driver, doesn't it? Here. Here, number 5. Over here. Okay. In 2012, a Chicago truck driver blew away the competition, etc. Okay, so it's not just for local participants, so maybe people travel. I'm not so sure. I found some evidence, but maybe that's not the best. I need to read the next one. The contestants are required to grow the cherries. There is no evidence in the text about this. No. They don't need to grow the cherries. H. The contestants need to have participated in similar events in the past? No. It's for everybody. You have little kids. You have adults. No. J. People from the town enjoy the event only when it was a small neighborhood gathering. No, they're still having so much fun. So there you go. That is my correct choice. Okay? Now that I have answered the questions, I need to go back. For my pair passage, this is a poem, and when we have a poem, I always write this. Smaphoi. Smaphoi is simile, metaphor, alliteration, personification, hyperbole, onomatopoeia, and imagery. So I'm going to think about what kind of figurative language is used in the poem, who's telling the poem, what feeling. So I need to know who's saying the poem, the feelings, the figurative language, the smaphoi right here, and how the feelings change. And that's it. Sometimes they ask you for a theme. But in this case, I also need to know how this one, compare and contrast, how this poem connects to what I just read about the spitting competition. And just by the title, what did they spit? What is a competition about? Spitting what? Cherry pits, right? So that's one connection. Let's read it. Be sneaky, be cheeky, pinch from the kitchen, the reddest, the roundest they are. What are they talking about? Cherries. Okay? A bowl full of cherries, a bowl of the berry, most cherriest bumps by far. Oh my God, they're gonna spit them as well. Okay? Over here. Backbone straight, step up to the plate. Puff up your chest and lungs. This is what you need to do to spit the cherry. Swallow the fruit, of course. Ready to shoot. Put the pit in the groove of your tongue. This is also what to do. Explaining the steps. One more tip. Round your lips to launch it without a hitch. So what to do? Don't get tense. Aim for the fence. Wind up like you're fixing to pitch. Don't get tense. Aim for the fence. It's like you need a target. Okay? And the target is the fence. Now, blast it hard across the yard, kissing the missile goodbye. In here they already spit it. It's over the fence. It's out of the park. It's a let loose cherry juice, non-school slobber drool, spit whistle, summer fun, home run. Okay, it's kind of funny. They're gonna ask me for a word. Lounge. To launch it without a hitch. Round your lips to launch it, so you can spit it, right? Round your lips to launch it. Round your lips to spit it, right? There you go. I'm going to write down here the word spit. To spit, to let it go, to launch it with force. Okay, now let's answer the questions about this one. And I have them right here. So we have these questions right here. Use very cherry. Always read this part because you don't want to make a mistake. Am I answering the right questions? Yes. Questions 11 to 14 for the poem. The reader can tell that the speaker is experienced at spading cherry pits because, and this means, which one of these four tells you that he knows what he's doing? A. Provides several suggestions about the best way to prepare. And if you can see in the poem, I was writing down like these are the steps you need to do, and these ones too, and these ones too, and this. Okay, so is he experienced? Does he know what to do? I think so. I believe so. So provide several suggestions to be prepared. I'm gonna mark this one. So far, this is the best. I have to read the rest. It identifies the number of times she has practiced over the summer. Does the poem tell you about that? Does it give you any indications? Not at all. So this cannot be. Reveals that there is a bowl of cherries in her kitchen. That has nothing to do with being experienced in doing that. States that she has spit a pit in her yard. Where? Really? Does the poem say that? If we go back, does it say that she has spit one in her yard before? No, right? It doesn't say that. Okay. So, how can I tell that she has experience doing that? Because she provides several suggestions about the best way to prepare. The best way to prepare is backbone straight, set up to the plate, puff your chest and lungs, swallow the fruit, ready to shoot, put the pit on the curve of your tongue, one more tip, round your lips, and launch it. So, yeah, That's how I know. Okay, that was the correct answer. Number 12. What is one important effect of the rhyme scheme of the poem? Okay, let's take a look at the rhyme in the poem. So, be sneaky, be cheeky. Okay, let's see another one. A bowl full of cherries, a bowl of the berry. Swallow the fruit, ready to shoot. What? Okay, why would she say all those rhyming words in there? F, let me take my highlighter. F, it focuses the reader on the most important words in the poem. That could be. It helps the reader visualize the problem the speaker experiences. Okay, no, there is no problem. It creates a rhythm that emphasizes the quick actions of the poem. Be cheeky, be sneaky. One more tip, round your lips. This one sounds good. It helps explain what the spitting a cherry pit sounds like. No, it's not giving you any sounds. So I have the letter F and letter H. One is a distractor, one is the correct answer. I'm going to read both again. It focuses the reader on the most important words in the poem. How can you tell what the most important words in the poem are? Sneaky, cheeky, is that important? No. Okay, let me read the other one. It creates a rhythm that emphasizes the quick actions in the poem. So be sneaky, be quickie, one more tip, round your lips. That's better. It's a rhythm. And I know the rhyme has to do with rhythm and rhyme. Okay, I got question 12. 13. Which line from the poem best helps the reader understand the meaning of lounge? They are not asking you what it means. They want to know words from the poem that help you understand what lounge is. And it says, one more tip, round your lips. To launch it without a hitch. Okay, so you're going to launch it. I have a visual in my head with your rounding lips and the pitch in the top of the tip of the tongue. So, which line from the poem best helps the reader understand the meaning of lounge? Backbone straight. Okay, if you're gonna launch it, it's not about that. Backbone straight, no. One more tip, no. Round your lips. Okay. Aim for the fence. If you are going to launch it, do you aim for the fence means that you have a target. Let me check the poem again. Okay, one more tip, round your lips to launch it without a hitch. Don't get tense, aim for the fence. So you need a target. To launch it, you need a target. If I just round my lips, I could be whistling. So I have two choices. I need the best. What do you think? Rounding your lips like if you were about to whistle, or having a target to launch the pit? Launch it. Round your lips, launch it, or launch it, aim for the fence. Okay, I hope that it's clear which one is the distractor. Letter C is the distractor. The correct one is aim for the fence because you need a target to launch. Okay. Number 14. What is most likely the reason the poet compares spitting cherry pits to playing baseball? Because it says that it was a home run, remember? This one right here. It's over the fence instead of the park. Okay, it's a home run. Why? Why does the author do that? Okay, to show that spitting cherry pits is just as much as a team sport. Okay, is it a team sport? No. Actually, it was all alone, so no. To help the reader relate a well-known activity to an activity that might be unfamiliar. Okay. Could be, but I don't think it's very unfamiliar. Anyway, to explain that less time is required for spitting than for playing. No. To show the reader that some activities are more interesting than others. more interesting than others? Not at all. My best choice, I wouldn't have answered it that way, but my best choice is this one. To help the reader relate a well-known activity to an activity that might be unfamiliar. So if he's spitting the cherry pit and he's saying it's over the fence, over the park, out of the park, it's a home run, I can imagine that it went very far away. So yes, it will help me. Now we're gonna go to the compare and contrast part. I'm sorry. So always read. It's compare and contrast. Is it two stories? Okay, it's right here. Don't miss those instructions. Which message is expressed by both the article and the poem? And this is what I do. Article and poem. If the sentence is true, I will put a check mark. Okay? Some activities can be appreciated simply for the fun of them. Some activities can be appreciated simply for the fun of them. Okay. The article, does it say that? I'm not so sure they say that. The poem, does it say that it's fun? Yes. The article, I don't think so. B, even if, well, maybe yes. Let me put a check mark. B, even if you do not succeed right away, you must keep on trying. The article may say that because even though Krauss lost, he will compete again and he will give it another try. The poem says nothing about that. A great talent is often shared by family members. You may consider the article saying that because of the Krauss family. The poem does not say that. It is important to be polite and a kind-hearted winner. No, neither one of those say anything about being a good winner. So, yay! Which one is my best choice? Which one has double check mark? My first option. Some activities can be appreciated simply for the fun of them. Both of them are saying that they are having a blast doing that. 16. What is one main difference between the event the author describes in the article and the event the speaker describes in the poem? So we want a difference now. Okay? Alrighty. So again, article, poem, and we are going to see check mark or crosses. The type of cherry pit that is used. One main difference between the event the author describes in the article and the event the speaker describes in the poem. The cherry pit, the type of cherry pit. Is it different? No, it's actually the same, right? The setting. Well, in the article they're in a farm, and it's a farm, and in the poem they're in the kitchen. So yes, it's different. Let's see. The excitement people feel. No, they are both very excited. The rules that are followed. Well, but you have just to spit it. There's no many things to say about that. So I guess the setting, that's the difference between the author. Between the article and the poem. In the article, they are in a farm. And in the poem, they're in the kitchen. So that was my correct answer. It was just the setting. The cherry is the same, the excitement people feel is the same, and the rules are the same in both. Okay, question 17. Which of the following describes a difference between the article and the poem? For this strategy, for this question, I'm going to use a strategy that is like this. Agree, that is true, and no, it's not true. That's a strategy. Okay? And if I put a happy face, it looks like a little face. Okay, so let's do this. The article provides details of an event related to spitting cherry pits. Yes, it's true because it tells you when and where and who's going to be there. While the poem describes the process of spitting cherry. Yes, the poem tells you what to do step by step. Remember? I have it right here. What to do? What to do? That's a poem. Okay. So yes, yes, that could be our answer. Let's try the other one. I'm going to use blue. The article provides information about activities that occur before a contest. No, that is not true. It doesn't tell you about that. While the poem describes the results of a contest, the poem is not even about a contest. That was totally wrong. C. The article focuses mainly on the people who spit cherry pits. No, they mention the contestants, but it's not about that. While the poem features those who observe the activity. Really? The poem? No, the poem is not telling you about who's looking at someone spitting cherry pits. Not at all. That was totally wrong. Oh, I got my two that are totally wrong. Let's see if letter D is the distractor. The article explains how to organize a local competition. Really? Did they tell you, okay, for organization purposes, this is the first thing you can do? The first thing will be send invitations and tell everybody. No, not at all. The poem highlights how to get involved in a contest. Not at all. So, yay, I find my answer. Letter A, because it has double check marks. Okay, so this is how you find the differences when they tell you what the differences are. You have to check if it's what they're saying is true. 18. Which idea is expressing both the article and the poem? Okay, article, poem. Check mark, check mark. Again, spitting cherry pits is a difficult activity to plan and organize. It's difficult. Does the article say that? No. Does the poem say that? No. Not at all. G. Spitting a cherry pit as far as possible can be fun. Yes, the poem says that. It's like, yay. And the article, yeah, they say that they have so much fun and they have been having so much fun for many years. So this is the 40th anniversary of the contest. H. The process of spitting a cherry pit is exciting to describe. The article says nothing about that. And the poem, you might consider it, but the article, no. Recording the distance is measuring, okay? Measure. Measuring the distance a cherry pit traveled is difficult. The article does not mention that. The poem does not mention that. As you can see, letter J was totally wrong because it has, let me use blue, it has double crosses, so it's totally wrong. Letter F, double crosses, letter F was totally wrong. And you have your distractor. H was your distractor. Your correct answer was G. There you go, because it has double check mark. It's in both the article and the poem. Yes, spitting a cherry pit can be super fun.